What's going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today when I talk to you on Lucid, I want to give you an overview of some of the current data points, what's been coming out from Lucid itself, the day of their earnings, and everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And with that said, let's get right to it. So Lucid is pulling down 1.49% right now, and that's piggybacking off the broader market's fears associated going into NVIDIA earnings, and plus last minute fears for Lucid's earnings as well. Very little volume, so 15.7 million shares have been traded, 43.9 is the average. A lot of what has happened today is algorithmic trading, so big investors and institutions aren't necessarily getting into Lucid, so they're just holding their breath waiting for NVIDIA and also Lucid's earnings as well. So only 2 transactions did occur so far above $100,000 on the secondary market, so it's kind of interesting to see that. As far as what came out today, so no official PR, no SEC filings, rather this was posted on social media, and it's more of a precursor for the gravity. So for them to post this on the day of their earnings, most likely they're going to be opening up reservations fairly soon. So they're going to be talking on that today. So I see that as a very positive sign, because Lucid does need a catalyst, a short-term catalyst to really incentivize buying, because right now it's just a lot of grayness, and I feel like that's really been plaguing Lucid. So going into their upcoming earnings, there hasn't been any changes for the earnings per share or revenue from analysts, so I've been watching to see if any changes have come in. And over and above that though, you really want to listen to their future guidance for 2024 and to see if they do encounter any supply chain issues. And plus, on a side note, Peter does need to really justify the subpar delivery numbers in Q4. And that's kind of been the case for the last several quarterly earnings, so it's no different than anything else. But this is going to be the very first quarterly earnings that Peter is by his lonesome. So I don't know really how to interpret that. I personally see that as a negative. Some people think that he's a genius, so maybe he might surprise everyone. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. As far as what shorts are doing, surprisingly, they are returning 3.13 million shares today. So maybe last minute jitters before a very positive earnings. I see this as a very good thing, but 29.91% of the free float is being shorted. 260.1 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow average is 36.3%. So very interesting to see that shorts are returning some shares on a kind of a bloodbath day. As far as options goes, $1.16 million in calls being purchased versus 1.64 million in puts. Sentiment wise, very much evenly divided. So 48% of all the options being done today so far are bearish. And sentiment wise, it does look like there's an anticipation for it to be above 450 and even some around $6. So a lot of optimism for that. And when it comes down to puts, it is anticipated for it to be sub $3. So complete extremes as far as that goes. And with it right now at $3.64, right above this pivot point. So 363 is going to be that strong support that you'll really want to watch for. Then vice versa, $3.89 is going to be the next strong resistance. But no matter what, just take a mental note of a lot of these support and resistance points going into their earnings, or I guess post earnings. And as well, on a side note, regrettably, I don't think I'll be able to live stream this earnings because I'll be on a airplane at that exact moment. I'll be getting the internet, but I don't know if that's good enough to actually live stream on YouTube. So I will try it. So you might see something pop up, but if it doesn't work, then my apologies. Aside from that though, looking on the actual chart, it is once again attempting to break past that 50-day moving average. So maybe their upcoming earnings will be that nice necessary push that the market needs, and that way it can easily get back into the $4 range and potentially even higher. One thing that might work against Lucid is looking at stochastic. So it is technically bearish, a red line above the white, but aside from that though, it is considered somewhat overbought. So that might mean a consolidation temporarily, whether that be tomorrow or something else, and then that way it'll be able to trend up. So let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And again, even though if I'm not able to live stream the earnings, I will do a dedicated video all about that and go over some of the highlights that I maybe saw as advantageous, good, bad, and the ugly. Obviously, I always talk on all that. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And one final thing, take advantage of this promo with Moomoo, as I typically say. So simply sign up for an account with Moomoo, throw $100 at it, you get 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Take advantage of this. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.